Caitlin Clark says, how do you say bang in Portuguese? It don't matter! Bang! For a preseason game, they flew up from Brazil, lost by 64, and got to make TikToks with Caitlin Clark after the game. Where do I sign up? Bang! Not sure why they played the game in Iowa, because Caitlin Clark, she was still shooting the shot from South America, baby! Bang!
Caitlin Clark was completely stunned, and for once it wasn't because she hit a deep three-pointer or broke another record. This time, it was something far more unexpected. The entire Brazilian national team, along with their coach, offered her such overwhelming praise that it caught even one of the calmest and most composed players in the game off guard.
Team were lining up to get autographs. She signed their jerseys. They were getting her to sign their jerseys. She was signing the players' jerseys. This is like Dream Team. This is literally like Dream Team stuff. We haven't seen this since the damn Dream Team. She is literally signing the jerseys of teams she played against. She is signing their jerseys. They're that much.
This wasn't just your typical, she's a great player, comment. It was a mic drop moment from a seasoned basketball veteran, and it left Caitlin blinking in disbelief like, did that really just happen? Imagine being praised so genuinely and unexpectedly in public that it could be a highlight of your entire career. That's the kind of moment we're talking about. Now guess who faced the same Brazilian team just days earlier but didn't get the same reaction? Angel Reese. And she's not happy about it. Drop a comment below and tell us where you're watching from. We want to see the Caitlin Clark fanbase representing from across America and around the world. Let's go.
Good, how are you?
Are you an amazing player? Congratulations.
Thanks.
You changed the history in basketball.
I appreciate it. Thanks for coming here.
Let's take a moment to really appreciate this. Brazil, the land of samba, soccer legends, and mouth-watering steaks just added Caitlin Clark admiration to its national vibe. Who could have seen that coming? And it didn't even happen during a championship game. It was a simple preseason exhibition. Yet, Caitlin's presence was so powerful, it felt like she shifted the balance of the basketball world. Brazil's head coach, a man who's likely been coaching longer than many fans have been alive, watched her play and reacted like he was witnessing the female version of Michael Jordan. This wasn't just respect, it was pure awe.
Against last night. And I understand a lot of this team was young. But the team she played against last night, getting pictures with Caitlin Clark at the end of the game, having her literally sign their jerseys, and those jerseys, you better believe the coach of the rival team being in shock. Like, this is the dream team. This is the dream team. This is the opponents getting.
When it didn't end there, the coach didn't just throw out a compliment and move on. He practically elevated her to legendary status right then and there. This wasn't the usual empty praise you sometimes hear from out-of-touch commentators stuck in the 90s. This was real high-level respect. He spoke about her as if she were a mythic figure, as if she had descended from Mount Olympus, grabbed a basketball, and chosen to grace the WNBA with her presence. And remember, this came from someone whose country treats soccer like a religion.
Brazil, their coaching had no answer whatsoever for Caitlin Clark. And they threw so many different looks at her. Like, I've never seen a team throw so many
But it gets even better. After the game, Caitlin didn't just leave the court like a typical star. She stayed back to sign a jersey for Brazil's national team at their request. Let that sink in. Caitlin Clark, the brightest star in basketball right now, casually signed their team jersey like it was just another day. But that wasn't just an autograph, it was a generational stamp. It was like the Mona Lisa signing the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. That's how legendary this moment truly was. And here's the best part. Caitlin didn't do it with an ego. There was no smug smile, no dramatic pause while she fixed her sunglasses. She signed that jersey with pure class, quiet confidence, and a kind of charm that makes people wonder if she's even real, or just the blueprint for the ideal athlete. Meanwhile, while Angel Reese is busy blocking fans and tweeting that she doesn't have time for the little things, Caitlin's out here signing autographs like she's writing peace treaties with her pen.
We know that we can be the best front court in this league, so just trying to do the best as we can. I think in this offseason, we got the shooters that we needed, and as you can see tonight, we have some great shooters out there, which the space is out for both of us. So I think we're in a great
Just hours before tip-off, Brazil's players were out on the court doing their best Caitlin impressions, trying to nail her deep three-pointers during warm-ups like they were filming a parody reel. But after the game, those same players transformed into full-blown fans. They lined up like excited concert-goers, phones in hand, eyes lit up, all hoping for selfies and autographs. It was as if Beyoncé had swapped her mic for a basketball.
The footage of the Brazilian national team dancing on Caitlin Clark logo at Carver Arena. Man, a lot of people had mixed reviews about it. Well, it looked like that wasn't the only clip because the entire team got in on the action, bruh. Got in on the jumping on Caitlin Clark logo, stomping on it.
Caitlin stepped onto the court and did exactly what everyone hoped. She sank a deep three with such effortless precision that the crowd literally gasped. She wasn't showing off for the cameras. She was just doing what she always does, shattering expectations with ease. The Brazilian team, still trying to process what they had just witnessed, realized they weren't just spectators to a highlight. They were part of it, but not in the way anyone wants. The kind of moment that gets replayed in sports montages for the next 10 years. Interview. That's the difference. Caitlin doesn't just play the game. She takes control of it. While others are busy picking fights on Twitter or chasing brand deals that disappear quicker than a missed Reese jump shot, Caitlin is reshaping the future of the WNBA. Brazil didn't just respect her, they were completely in awe. And honestly, who could blame them?
They were knocking her on her ass a couple of times. They were being physical. They were denying her. They didn't try to stop during the game. They just did not have it. They're so excited. They're taking pictures with her after the game. They're taking pictures. They're taking pictures with her like...
You know who didn't get that kind of reception from Brazil? Angel Reese. No crowd of fans, no glowing remarks from the coach, no jerseys treated like priceless keepsakes, just some energy and a few missed layups. It's almost like respect isn't something you claim on Twitter. It's something you earn on the court. Be honest. When's the last time a foreign coach raved about Reese's game? When has a national team lined up for her autograph like kids meeting their favorite Disney character? In just one night, Brazil gave Caitlin Clark more genuine respect than Reese has pulled from years of self-promotion. And that's the real issue. Reese keeps trying to be the moment while Caitlin just keeps making them.
Pardon me, just trying to get through real quick. Sorry about that. Bang! Excuse me, ma'am. Hold on. I think you dropped something. Oh, it's a dime. Floater, look at that. Big it, bang, boom, 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 bang. And her misses are majestic and set up her teammates for success. Look at this soft bounce off the rim, put back by her teammate. Bang! Just stand in the corner, clap your heels together 3 times and cut to the basket. Caitlin Clark will find you every single...
And while Reese's team is probably frantically refreshing their mentions, Caitlin is simply taking her bows, effortlessly reminding the world why she's the face of the league. She didn't ask for the spotlight, she took it. And now from Iowa to Sao Paulo, the truth is undeniable. Caitlin Clark isn't just a great player, she's a global phenomenon. Brazil didn't just see a basketball player, they saw a movement. And just like the rest of us, they want to be part of it. Because when Caitlin Clark steps onto a court, she doesn't just change the game, she changes the atmosphere. If Angel Reese wants to know what that feels like, she'll need to do more than practice posing for cameras. There's a reason the Brazilian team didn't take pictures with Angel Reese. There's a reason they weren't reposting her jump shot highlights. Because when Caitlin Clark's in the gym, the energy shifts, the air changes. People know they're witnessing something special, something rare. Reese might talk like she's the future of women's basketball, but Caitlin is out here getting standing ovations in multiple languages.
Reese is now quoted as saying, "I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we're watching women's basketball is not just because of one person." She refuses to say Caitlin Clark's name. "It's because of me too, and I want you to realize that."
And did we mention how long she played? Just 18 minutes. That's right, less than the length of a sitcom episode. But in those 18 minutes, Caitlin turned the court into her personal masterclass. Every possession was a lesson, every pass a work of art. She was in and out faster than a Reese media apology, but left a far greater impact. By the time the buzzer sounded, it felt like we had just witnessed a full career highlight reel, and she didn't even break a sweat.
Oh boy, did that feel good. Did that feel good from Caitlin Clark opening up the game, pull-up three, bang, to the logo three to close the third quarter, walking off to a standing ovation. Caitlin Clark pulling up from 36 feet out. From start to finish, there was never a doubt in our mind. There was never a time where we even thought to ourselves, is this game going to be close? Indiana comes out, 8-0 run, close out the first quarter, close out the second quarter, close out the third quarter, sit our starters in the fourth quarter, and by the time it's all said and done, the Indiana Fever score more than double the Brazilian national.
That's what sets her apart from the rest. Most players need 40 minutes to leave their mark. Caitlin only needs a fraction of that. She doesn't chase the spotlight, she is the spotlight. And once Brazil got a taste of it, they dropped their pretenses and joined the rest of us in the Caitlin Clark is Inevitable fan club.
First look at Caitlin Clark in her second WNBA season, and she did not disappoint. She was raining threes, her handle looked tighter than ever, her vision was on point, and she brought this energy, and she brought the crowd, and everything was just electric because she was...
There's a special kind of satisfaction when you solve a tough puzzle and think, wow, I might actually be a genius. Caitlin gave us 18 minutes of that feeling, except she wasn't solving problems. She was creating them for everyone else. While defenders were still figuring out which way to move, Caitlin had already mapped out an entire playbook and executed it as if her sneakers had GPS. Her decision-making was almost uncanny, like she could see the future, effortlessly outmaneuvering opponents.
Caitlin Clark with a plus 42. She played 18 minutes. She played 18 minutes and was plus 42. Plus 42. 42 in 18 minutes. And there was a stage where it was her with all the rookies and she was still just carrying them. She got 2 assists to, I think, to an Yvonne Ejim. 1 foul.
While Angel Reese was likely scrolling through her feed, probably searching for more misunderstood Queen captions, Caitlin was giving a masterclass in minimalist domination. Let's be clear, this wasn't a flashy 40-point ego trip, it was poetry in motion. Caitlin could have easily dropped 30 with all the extra flair, but she didn't need to. Instead, she let the game unfold naturally. She curated it. Every play felt intentional, like she was crafting a highlight reel in real time, fully aware that she only needed 18 minutes to leave the court smoking.
Before Caitlin Clark, did she look rusty? I don't know. 16.6 rebounds, 5 assists, plus 42, plus minus in only 19 minutes of hoops. Caitlin Clark hoops are back. She looked good, folks.
Meanwhile, other players were sweating it out, fighting for relevance as if their contracts depended on it. Caitlin? She looked like she might casually ask for an iced coffee during a timeout. This wasn't just control, it was an exhibition of elegant authority. The game moved around her, for her, because of her. She didn't chase stats, stats chased her, eager to be part of the storyline. Caitlin doesn't just play basketball, she reshapes it. Her style is a love letter to high IQ hoops and jaw-dropping athleticism. A combination so powerful that it forces everyone else to either elevate their game or get exposed. And guess what? Plenty are getting exposed.
I know coming into the game, everybody wanted me to shoot one from there, but Steph was like, was supposed to come out at the end of the third, so she's like, give a foul, give a foul, give a foul. And then it was 30 seconds on the clock, which like between 30 to 33, that's like your 2-for-1 range where you have to get one up. So I saw 30 as we're inbounding the ball, which probably is inbounding the ball at 30, probably a little low. But I was like, why not? Might as well launch one, and it went in, and then Steph used the timeout to get me out. But yeah, that was...
When Brazil's coach watched Caitlin in action, you could almost see the existential dread written across his face. This man has coached generations of athletes, seen everything from international gold medalists to once-in-a-lifetime prodigies. Yet when Caitlin hit that step-back three, it was like he briefly questioned the very laws of physics. There he was, trying to keep it together, but you could tell he was having a full basketball identity crisis in real time. Have I been teaching this game wrong? Is she what happens when evolution takes a leap? You just know he left that game wondering if Brazil should start naming streets after Caitlin Clark.
Nope, we don't have moose tracks, no cookie dough either. Don't even ask about cookies and cream. I'll tell you what we do have, though. This is the locals' favorite. They always want 2 scoops, not 1 scoop. Butter pecan. Bang! Oh yeah, she's like that. You're too long. Hey, let's go.
When honestly, that wouldn't be far-fetched. If the coach proposed a Caitlin Clark national holiday back in Sao Paulo, no one would bat an eye. They'd probably draft a resolution, buy some jerseys, and watch Indiana Fever highlights like it was the World Cup final. Because this wasn't just a game, it was a statement. A wake-up call for anyone still pretending Caitlin's hype isn't earned.
We've got edgy players, we've got competitive players, and I guarantee you it doesn't matter if we're playing cards or if we're playing basketball. They want to win. And they want to do what it takes to win and position themselves to win. So I love that about this group. It means that we don't waste time in practice. They don't waste reps. They don't waste moments we have to get better. And it really is a joy to coach.
And if you're a coach and you're not giving her flowers after witnessing that, bro, check your pulse. Greatness that obvious doesn't need defending. It needs to be recognized. Anything else is just denial in a cheap suit.
You know, it's what you've seen, whether it's from the outside on television or being here broadcasting, but to actually feel the energy. I mean, it is a thing when you talk about having a six man, so to speak, crowd energy. It gives you a lift, it gives you a boost. It's why we all do what we do, like to feed into these kinds of environments.
Yes, we hear you, Angel Reese defenders trying to shift the narrative, but Reese brings passion. Passion is nice, but execution is legendary. Caitlin didn't just dominate the box score, she left a crater. While Reese tweets, Caitlin is signing autographs for the very national team that tried to clown her. That's not just about optics, that's solid proof. The Brazilian team knew exactly what they had witnessed. They didn't leave with bruised egos. They left with stories. Let's be real. Angel Reese doesn't exactly have teams rushing post-game for selfies and memorabilia. She's got sub-tweets and media spin. Caitlin, on the other hand, has fans, stats, and entire countries at her feet. There's a difference between talking like you're the face of the league and being the face of the league. One is on billboards while the other is chasing clout on Instagram. One is exciting to watch while the other is just entertaining to watch. By the time the final buzzer sounded, you could hear one question echoing through every corner of the arena. Did we just see the future? No. You saw the present. Efficient, elegant, exceptional. And her name is Caitlin Elizabeth Clark. So, while Angel Reese keeps campaigning for respect, Caitlin's out here casually earning it across continents. Because when you're truly that good, the applause follows you home, even when your home is someone else's court. Let us know in the comments where you're watching from so we can see how far the CC fandom stretches, from America to around the globe. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen and we'll see you in the next one.